On today's video, I want to talk about medical tourism. And this is a question that I have been asked now very often. So I decided to make this video as of today as a 2025. And this is not a question that is just being asked for female, it's also from male. Believe it or not, I know some guys that have come over here to do this kind of procedure. And of course, female come for different things sometimes that male will. Some example that I have to give you from males that they want to come and do it is like when they have the double chin or dental procedure or sometimes for the belly. Yes, believe it or not, some men care about how big how big their belly is. So some of them come over here for that type of procedures. So on today's video, I'm gonna talk a little bit about what kind of procedure people come over here for, what is some example of pricing, and also the aftercare pricing as of today. So let's get started. So Dominican Republic has become the leading destination for medical tourism in the Caribbean and among Latin American, with the Dominican Republic receiving roughly 262,902,000 patients per year, with a value of 1.3 billion annually. This is the average annually for the Dominican Republic in regards to this sector. Patients come over here to do different type of procedures, like for example, dental treatment, plastic surgery, and other type of surgery. Most of the patients come from United States and Europe. And why? It's because most of these procedures are here between 50 and 70% less than doing over there in their home country. And they also choose this location, this destination is because of how close it is and the weather. So what about the price? The price can go anywhere from 2,000 US to 8,000 US, depending on what kind of procedures the patient is doing. But many procedures are around 5,000 US. So let me give you some example. Like for example, liposuction are between 1,500 to 4,000 depending on the area. The so-called Lipo 360, it is between 3,000 and 6,000 US. Brazilian butt lift or BBL between 2,500 and 6,000 US. Tummy tuck or abdominoplastic between 3,000 and 6,000. Breast augmentation between 3,000 and 6,500 US. Mommy makeover between 1,000 and 12,000 US. For chin or neck, liposuction is between 1,500 and 2,800 US. Something like lip fillers or something like that is less complicated, let's say, is between 800 US and 2,000 US. Anything that can go with dental procedure can go anywhere from 800 US to 4,000 US depending on what you have to do. So all these prices are average prices, but it's all gonna depend on what type of procedure you need and what type of complications you have. So some of the things that you should do before considering to come over here to do one of these type of procedure, and number one is to use accredited hospital or clinic. Prioritize that the institution is not international and they are accredited by JCI and GHA, confirming cost and payment in advance. Many places require a payment before doing the procedure or cash advance. So make sure that you have clear estimation of the cost, or if you have travel insurance that covers some of these procedures. Plan aftercare and recovery. So this is one of it is very important, because if you need aftercare to recover before you travel again, you want to make sure that probably that institution offer aftercare, or if you have already have an aftercare place that you go after your procedure. The next one is verify language and communication. And this one is one that is very important, because if you are traveling over here to do one of this type of procedure, you want to be able to communicate with somebody to let them know how you are feeling. Travel logistic and documentation. That is another one that is very important, because you want to travel with the right documentation and the medical records that is needed to do some of those procedures that you are trying to do. So what about if that clinic or hospital that you are choosing doesn't offer aftercare recovery? So in that case, you want to look for a recovery house. That way you can take the necessary precaution before traveling back to your home country. So what is the price range that vary in this type of recovery home? So some of them are between 70 and 100 US per night. Some of them are higher than that, like 125 or 135 per night, but that is gonna vary depending on the location, the area, and also what they include in their package. For example, some of them offer private or shared rooms, 24/7 around the clock for surgery, nursing, meals, breakfast, lunch, dinner. Some of them offer snacks as well. Transportation to and from the hospital for aftercare appointments, post-surgery massages. So all this is gonna depend on what type of recovery home you choose, and that is gonna vary on the prices. So what you should check before picking one. So what is the question that you need to ask before choosing one? Ask exactly what is included. If it's include transportation, if it's include meal, if it's include massages. So you want to know beforehand what is everything that they include in their package. You want to ask what room type that they have. That is also very important, because you will ask if you are sharing room with somebody or if you have a room for yourself. The next one is the length of stay requirements, because some places have a minimum of night that you can stay in their places. And depending on the type of procedures you have, you should know how many nights you are going to stay in that place. Another thing that you want to check is verification and licensing. As you know, some places are over there informal, so you want to pick one that are licensed and regulated. So with all that being said, that can give you an idea, like if you come and travel to do this type of procedure, to see if it's more convenient to do it in your hometown or travel to do this type of procedure. Like for example, let's say if you are coming from the United States and you're coming to do a liposuction, and the procedure that you are requiring is 6,000 US, and then you have to stay in a recovery place for another 7 days, that is $100 per night, that is another 700. You will be talking about around 7,000 US, and then on top of that you have to put your travel expensive and other care and some money to emergency money. So let's say that you are talking about between 8 and 9,000 US to come to Dominican Republic to do this type of procedure. So you should take that in consideration before deciding to pick a place for this procedure. So I hope that this video has been a little helpful, and this is all what I have right now. Thank you for watching this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and also share, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.